Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs. Welcome back to Pix Plays Minecraft. Welcome back to the as yet unnamed Ice Town. I still haven't quite figured out a name for this place. I didn't really mention it in the last episode, but I threw a bit in the video description saying this place kind of needs a name. So today, if you guys want to think about something, leave a comment. Let me know what I should call this place, because there were a couple of things, and it was like Icicle Riffs Town or something like that, and I kind of went, nah, every time, like, I don't want to make this place just like, it's named after ice, or it's named after me, like, everything gets named after me. I have pigs named after me, I have building companies named after me, I have a ton of stuff named after me. I don't want to do that anymore. Those days are over. So this town needs a name, and the other suggestion I had, which was a very cool suggestion, was Ceylondia, but then that's the name of the place in Bastion, and as Jane, I think it was Jane, rightly said, you might not want to name something after a place that already exists in another game, and that is totally right. Like, that's definitely my way of thinking. I like coming up with original names for places, but I also want to include you guys in that. So today, your task is to name this place. So enjoy that. In the meantime, we're going to do a couple of things around here. As you can see, I've been doing a little bit more. I finished off the square, the sort of diamondy square, or at least I think it's finished off. The thing about this place, right, is I had a bunch of gravel and stuff here. I think there may still be a little bit of gravel underneath the snow, and there was too much texture, and I said I'll just lay down snow over the top of it, and that will look totally fine. Problem then is, it doesn't look like a square. It just looks like a big patch of ground with like a couple of bits of dirt showing through, and I didn't really like that. I didn't like that design as it came out, so instead, placed too much dirt. Goodness. Get out of here. Right, we're gonna pillar up here so I can show you a little bit. What we have here, we kind of have that diamond shape carved out a little bit. Like, the thing is, and I've been skiing a couple of times. Actually, I went snowboarding, because let's face it, snowboarding is cooler. Sorry, skiers, snowboarding, definitely cooler. I went skiing a couple of times, and I keep saying skiing. They have wood everywhere, basically. They have, like, wooden boards down, because it's easier for those to kind of, like, shake off the snow. I mean, they don't shake it off themselves. Other people, like, trample in the snow. But if it's stone, then that stuff freezes over and gets very, very slippy. So I figured what I would do the rest of the way is have wooden planks around the place, and that would help. Oh gosh, it's getting dark. I better get inside while I can. And that would help the whole place look like more of a ski resort, in that it's got wooden planks down everywhere so that the snow can dissolve, can dissipate, and it won't refreeze in the same way. Like, I guess the water gets into the gaps in the planks maybe, and it drains away a little bit before it freezes, and that makes it a little bit easier for people to get around with their giant ski boots. Sven is here, and we're going to cure Sven again today. I have a bit of a weird way of getting through this place, but as you can see, inside of the lodge, we have made a couple of changes. If everything's not finished, everything is still in motion, as you can tell by the fact that this corridor is like half built right here. But this is going to be a little kind of hotel room. We've got a little kind of wardrobe kind of style thing over here. I do want to put down a ton of carpet just to make it not like completely spruce wood, but for that we need wool, we need sheep, we need a sheep farm out here, and that is probably going to be the task for today's episode, is put together a sheep farm. I really like this. I love the fact that you can just put a little bit of redstone behind there, and you can have a light that you turn on and off, and the light and the light switch don't look like they're connected. I always put the levers on the side of the redstone lamps, and I don't want to do that all the time, so I decided to put in a little light switch. And there's a couple of windows down here so you can see down into the lodge. The only gripe I have with this is that there aren't any windows like up here in the roof, and so I might put a roof dormer in somewhere around here just so that you can actually see out onto the Arctic plains, because you ever stay in a hotel room where they don't have a window, kind of sucks. Like, you want to be able to see out and look around where you are, and obviously that's an excuse for you to come downstairs, and there are ample windows downstairs. I've made sure there are windows that face west and east so you can see when the sun sets and the sun rises in the lodge here, and in the little house we have down there as well. That's got a window up there, and that window is in the bedroom too. So if you look out through that window in the morning, you see the sun coming up over there. If you look out the window on the other side, you can see the sun setting. You know when you get to bed and when you gotta rise up. And I like that design, but it needs windows up there, basically. It needs windows. And if that's facing north, you kind of want a south-facing window, don't you? That's generally the place people put their windows is south-facing, so they get the most of the sun during the day. But seeing as that little bedroom up there is kind of on the north side of the building, it's probably going to end up having a window facing north. So we don't interfere with the exterior of this building here, because, you know, I like the way this looks. I think it's got a nice plain exterior, but it's got a nice detailed interior, or it will have when I do a little bit more work on it. And what has happened to the roof? Wait a second. Did I not finish the roof on that side? I guess I probably didn't. On this side, obviously, it has. I'm just a little bit worried because it has actually snowed around here. Like, I went down into the mine, I did a little bit of caving, just looking for resources, looking for iron and some coal, I guess, and then I came back up and it was snowing, and so I went, great, an extra layer of snow around the place. But then I also wondered if that does anything to the snow layers we have already, and thankfully it doesn't look like it does. I just forgot that I hadn't done that side of the building. And I hear you talking, I hear you leaving your comments. I say Pixlriffs, that's you saying, not me saying. You're saying Pixlriffs, if you have snow here, if it snows on a regular basis, if it's gonna rain and then it's gonna snow, what are you going to do about these things not getting covered up again? And my answer to that is, for a start, these are stairs, so they're not gonna get covered up. These are slabs, those aren't going to get covered up. The diorite is supposed to look like slush anyway, so if it has a layer of snow on it, you can still see it in the sides from these little stair blocks, so that's a nice detail. It'll look like all the snow has been packed down and dirty. And then these occasional wooden slabs, they are slabs. They are actually slabs. They're not necessarily whole wood blocks. In fact, I have a couple of whole wood blocks in here somewhere. There's a couple like under here. Well, maybe not under there, because that is clearly a block of snow, and that's clearly a white carpet. Why am I about to put that down on the snow? Give me a snow layer, please. Where are they? Where do I put them? Do I not have any? Have I run out of snow layers? That is probably the case, actually. I've done a lot of snow building. But yeah, a couple of those actually have proper wood blocks underneath, so they can get covered with snow. That's totally fine, but then the snow can melt again. And by the way, I'm running on the latest version of Optifine now, and it's not doing that thing where the snow covers up the plants next to it. Is there something in the video settings I can change so that it does that? It says quality. Better snow is not the same thing, because better snow is when you turn it on like that, and then all of the... Oh wait, it is! Oh, okay, that makes sense then. I thought, but it also does that. You see, that is not, wait a second. No, it's not doing that. Those are actual snow blocks, right? Yeah, that's a snow block. Okay, because there was one better snow setting, kind of like better grass. Maybe it's lumped in with better grass in Optifine, but if you switch that on, it says full side grass texture. There it is. That's what it does with the snow. And to me, that looks pretty good. Like, I like that as an aspect of this place, and it makes the whole place look a little bit kind of cooler. It's got the snow blocks everywhere instead of you having to get a ton of blocks of snow. But then the problem is that is misleading to me as a builder, because I look at this and I think, hey, that's a block of snow. I will dig that up and place it elsewhere. I will get a ton of snowballs. And then I dig up the block and it turns out to be dirt, and that is misleading. So that's going to turn into grass later. I won't worry about that too much. All right, now... carpet is so confusing, such a confusion. We'll have to pop some stuff back in here. But yes, today we're going to start a sheep farm because I need some stuff. This is meant to look kind of like, you know, you have like telegraph poles for wires and stuff to go along so everyone has electricity. That's going to double as both that and something we can hang like banners and decorations and stuff from, because this place needs to feel like a party town. It feels like, you know, maybe there's some kind of festival going on. There's like a ski special festival going on. I don't know what they're called. Maybe there's some kind of Winter Olympics. There you go. Winter Olympics is happening here, perhaps, even though we don't really have any slopes or anything, but we'll work on that. And the whole place can be decorated a little bit more. Just having these out there to hang banners or bits of coloured wool from, that feels like a good thing to do. It feels like having something like that lends itself to decoration a little bit more. And of course these can be like telegraph wires. I really wish there was something in Minecraft that looked more like wires. You know the way fence posts look when you just have them stacked on top of each other, like so, like that. Look at that snow filling in. That's awesome. Forgot I hadn't set that up. Now we're on Windows. Anyway, I want something like this, but sideways, right? And end rods are pretty much the only thing that you can do that with, and they ain't in the game yet, or at least they're not in the version of the game that I'm using, because we're still on 1.8.9. And I want to be able to do stuff like that, but like with straight across kind of, and obviously you're not going to be able to turn corners as easily with end rods. It's going to look a little bit weird, but I want something that goes straight, and these fences don't go straight. They have all kinds of little connections here and there, and the fence posts, which makes total sense when on the ground, not when they're in the air. I kind of wish it like only connected to the block when it was actually resting on something. But then that's just a minor gripe. As long as you can suspend your disbelief and say, yeah, sure, Pix, that's a telegraph pole or like a piece of wire or something that they could hang banners from, then we're going to be all good, you guys. We're going to be all good. Now, I will need to harvest some wheat. Turn off that bed of grass. I don't need that. Where is that? Better grass. Oh, fast. We got fast and fancy. Well, we're going to have that off because I prefer to see where my grass is. I don't think it's better. It's just different. Different grass. That's what they should call it. Anyway, I need some wheat. Do I have any wheat? I have wheat seeds. I do not have any bone meal. That is going to be a problem. But if we look around here, we will probably find some sheep in yonder forest. That is the plan. Anyway, we will take a look over there and see what we can find. And if we shear a couple of them now, so much the better, because I have got my shears with me and I am ready to harvest some wool. And we need some more stuff for carpet in the hotel. We need some stuff to hang. We need banners. Banners are always made of wool. We need... There we go. Sheepy number 1. Haha! 3 wool, thank you kindly. We will continue with that and find some more sheep. So at least there's one we can capture, and he's replenishing his wool. Look at that. He's a keeper, folks. He's a keeper. And plenty of dye resources. I hear a sheep. Where you at? Talk to me. Bar once again. Let's play Marco Polo out here. Marco Polo was an explorer, and we can do a little bit of exploring for the sheep. Where they at? Hello? Bar once for yes, bar twice for no. No sign of sheep. Okay, I will keep looking off camera. This seems like the kind of thing that I should probably do off camera. Just wanted to chat to you guys about my intentions. Look at all this ice and stuff around as well. It's so cool. I hear a sheep. Don't tell me they're all up in the trees. Sometimes the animals spawn up in the trees and it makes them a little bit difficult to capture. But that's fine. We will start up a sheep farm in yonder town. I feel like sheep... I've been so obsessed a little bit... obsessed a little bit? I've been obsessed a lot. I've been very obsessed with making sure that everything around here stays relevant to the area. Like, so trades and stuff. Like, there's an alpine kind of... There's houses, obviously. There's, like, a ski chalet. There is a lodge where people can stay and people can go inside and sit around the fire and have a drink and relax. That kind of stuff appropriate to the area. But you wouldn't necessarily think that this area was particularly good for farming sheep. But then again, my friends, we could find some place for the sheep to have like a little barn. That would be kind of cool. Maybe separate from the ski town, because people don't want sheep walking up in here. We can have a place separate from the ski town where the sheep can hang out, they can relax, they can be shorn when it is seasonally appropriate. There they are! Hello, friends! Yeah, we can shear the sheep when it is seasonally appropriate. Oh, and they look so cold. But it's fine. They can replenish their wools. And people around here need wool clothing. Because they need... If this is like medieval society we're looking at here, this isn't necessarily like a super modern society. People are going to ski down these things like with 2 planks of wood strapped to their feet and nothing else. It's going to be sticks. I missed that completely, but that's fine. Got full damage reduction for the win. Hello. Shear. There we go. Was stuck on my shovel for a second there. I'm heading back to the town because it's getting dark. And yeah, if it's not quite modern society, then people are going to need warm clothes. They're not going to have their Gore-Tex jumpsuit on. They're going to be wearing woolen underwear and staying warm that way. And to that end, it makes sense to have a sheep farm out there, basically. It makes sense for us to have some kind of place to harvest the wool of sheep. And so, I'm okaying it. I'm making sure the sheep are relevant to the area. I'm justifying the fact that we have a sheep farm here, and then I'm going to farm some sheep. Alright, sound good to you guys? Sounds good to me. I'll be back in a bit once I've got ourselves a sheep farm up and running. See you guys in a second. Welcome back. It's sheep wrangling time, and as you can see here, we've got a little kind of basic barn set up. I might dress this up a little bit better, make it look kind of nice, but the purpose of the barn is actually twofold now that I think of it. Because, hear me out here, if you've got snow, you're in a snow biome. It snows instead of raining, right? And what that does is it covers the ground in snow layers. This is a well-documented phenomenon. You may have heard of it. But what you have then is a layer of snow covering the ground, which would otherwise be grass. And sheep replenish their wool by eating grass. So, do sheep eat grass through snow layers? I do not know, but I suspect the answer is they don't. So, this barn exists to have a covered up place where, so if I let it snow, the grass will remain and the sheep will still replenish their wool. That's the idea. So we're going to do a bit of sheep wrangling right now. May as well head out here and see what we can grab. I believe the ones we sniped earlier were still there. And this chap up here looks like he wants to come down from the mountain and take part in a little sheep farming experiment. Come on, buddy. Yeah, it's got some ice skating hoofs on. Do sheep have hoofs? I think they kind of have hoofs. Sheep feet. Trotters. I don't know. I feel like only pigs have trotters. Anyway, yeah, we went caving. I did a bit of caving. Needed some bone meal to grow up all of this wheat. And look at the sheep come out of the woodwork now. There's one there, one over there that we can get. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice little sheep flock in no time. Proper shepherds like we are. And I went caving and I stumbled across, for a start, a group of endermen hanging around like it was some kind of party. Managed to get all of them and got their ender pearls for it. And so, consolidate the potatoes, we can ender pearl over to sheep number 2. Hello, sir. Can I interest you in some wheat? I think I can. Come this way. Anyway, so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit today about something that I have been thinking about recently, and it is an interesting topic of conversation. By the way, this absolute death trap, right? So don't wander in there. Don't you dare wander past that hole. You should follow me over here to the place where wheat is plentiful and there are sheep for company. So I've been thinking about this recently. I've fallen into the trap. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys breed. How about that? Have a smooch while we're away. Ah, baby sheep sounds. They're the best. I've fallen into the trap, and this is not... It's not the easiest thing to admit, because it comes across as a little bit egotistical on my part, but I've fallen into the trap of not watching other Minecrafters' videos. I mean, I still watch everyone from Decidedly Vanilla. Even if I don't have the time to comment on stuff, I'm definitely still watching all of their videos, but the problem is I've not been watching anybody else, and to improve in Minecraft, you kind of have to be watching other people. And so I need to kind of remedy that. I have been catching up with B00's series. Now he's on the Crewcraft server, and it's so nice to see him do some multiplayer again. But I need to have a little bit more inspiration in my life. I need to have a little bit more Minecraft action on my subscriber list. I need to start learning from people again, because when I started out playing this game, I thought, you know, I will need to learn from watching other people in order to figure out how other people play the game, how they build, how they interact with the world, what they do. And I've been reading the Minecraft subreddit a lot recently, and I will occasionally take inspiration from that. But what I need is inspiration on how people make videos, on what kind of content they make in their videos, and their building style and stuff as well. You know, I will learn a little bit about the craft part of Minecraft from them, because I feel like Minecraft, whilst people say it's about mining and crafting, like it's about getting blocks and making stuff with them, it is also about a certain type of, like, artistic level of the word craft, you know? Like the way people say, like, arts and crafts, that kind of thing. Like, you're making stuff that's more than just new blocks and things. Come here, seriously. Are you just going to hang around there? Although we have solved the problem whether or not they eat through the snow layers. That one seemed to do that, so that's okay. Oh, we can take a look at the lodge town at night as well. Still haven't figured out a name for it, but more about that in the comments, hopefully from you guys. The other thing I want you to ask, I want to ask you in the comments is, who are your favourite people to watch when it comes to Minecraft? And I'm not saying, like, don't write my name in the comments here. I don't want you to say that you only watch me. And if you only watch me, then fair enough. But then there's no need to talk about that, because I already know how I can build and how I do stuff and the kind of videos I make. Look at this place at night, though. Check this out. Isn't this great? Aside from the zombies. I mean, ignore the zombies. It's going to be a bit of a zombie fest in here if these guys don't go away. Oh, and you are hiding behind the phone. What the heck? That zombie just ran out from behind the telegraph pole right there. Gosh, there are a ton of them now. Okay. Well, this is probably Sven's family coming to say hello. This guy's got a shovel like he's going to do some digging for me, but I don't think he is. I'm here to shovel the paths and also eat your brains. But I got a couple more bones there, so no harm done, aside from, arrow sticking out my side, but enough of that. But I would love to know who you guys think, not just a good Minecraft people, because there's a difference between being a good Minecraft player and being a good video maker. Like, whose videos are you constantly entertained by? Whose videos do you think are absolutely brilliant, unmissable Minecraft content? That's the kind of stuff I want from you guys, because those are the kind of people I want to learn from at this point. I think I can hold my own as a builder, but I want to take my video making style that bit up, that step up in the new year. Like, what is it about them that makes them special to you? That's the kind of stuff I want to hear about. Sven, how you doing, buddy? Just gonna take a look at what's here in the chest. No problem. Ignore me. Ignore what I've got held in my hand. It's a baked potato. It wasn't a golden apple. Honestly, I ask you, what kind of person... Huzzah! Have that! Be cured! Sven is being cured for the end of today's episode. We're gonna get a sheep farm on the go. And then, hopefully, we will be able to get some carpets moved in here. We will be able to get some decorations outside. And by the next episode, you will see this place getting a little bit more lively. But for now, I'm going to sleep, just in case any more zombies decide to come in here and tangle with Sven while he is being cured. And also because the splash potion of weakness hit me a little bit there. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and may your skeletons burn in the sunlight. My name has been Pixlriffs. Leave a like on this episode if you enjoyed it. Would love to hear your names for the town and your suggestions for Minecraft people to watch. Content creators who you think are completely unmissable. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now. And we have ourselves the makings of a square. It's not entirely finished yet, and I'm not entirely certain if I want to keep this floor here. I know what you're thinking. You're looking at this and you're going, Pix, that's way